Alright, okay. Thought for today. It's all about the vision. It's all about keeping the vision clear. It's all about having the vision here. Getting to the money. So, don't want to be living bummy. Just gotta keep on improving. Cruising through life. Don't have to think twice. Because when the vision's clear, it all makes sense. You know from the start. Getting down to it. Gonna be looking at what is the vision? What is vision? How vision is created, why is it important, and how to generate vision. So, I would have to say in my life, this is not something that I really understood until, the past maybe like 10 years, because I was just going along with everybody else's vision for me. Like everybody else was, telling me how life worked out, how things went, and I just went with that. Never, you know, never enjoyed it one bit. Just always trying to like do my own thing. But that's how I thought it went. That's how I thought it was supposed to be. But now I see. And once I started getting my own vision of what I wanted, and I started just doing it no matter what anybody else said, no matter what anybody else thought about it, I found myself a lot more happy, a lot more blessings, a lot more abundance coming to me. And that really inspires me to, to do great things. So, when I do, you know, creative stuff, I find that it gives me new vision for even better creative things. So when I see the work that I put out, this really inspires my vision as well, and it makes me feel I can do things that in the past I might not have thought myself to be capable of doing. So when I at the end of the day, when I really pursue this vision, it makes me feel good. It gives me energy. It gives me optimism. Really really just gives me more focus and sets me on my path right. So like my main vision right now is to really improve myself to a level where I'm able to provide more value to other people. And through that, it's like a cycle. Keep learning, keep getting better, keep finding stumbling blocks, keep finding areas where I can improve, because a lot of these areas I don't really see it. Gotta have that vision to see it. I'm not aware of it. Awareness is key. So I see how many people are doing what they think they're supposed to be doing due to social standards. And I think a lot of these really like standards, whatever you want to call it, is backwards. It's not going to take you anywhere positive. It's just all about, accumulating things, making money, paying taxes. Like what's that about, right? So I want to create a new culture, trying to change things up, trying to disrupt the system. I learned that about business. Like I'll get into that if you want to know more about that. Go ahead and leave some comments. Can talk about like disrupting something, because pretty much now like it's like some David versus Goliath thing where a small group of people or even one person could come and disrupt like some huge corporation that's been running things, having the monopoly for years and years. So yeah, I want to create a culture that benefits more people, that benefits everybody, that makes life better for more people. So that's my experience with the vision. Just getting into it. You see it on my mission. So now I'm gonna go into the teachings for today, the thought for today. So starting out, I believe that becoming more creative will enhance vision. Like doing things that are creative always seems to give me more vision. And what I mean by creative, like something that you're doing, like something that comes from your own mind, like something that no one needed to tell you how to do, something that you just want to do, and it's unique and original to you. So like this comes from really thinking outside the box, you know, not doing what everybody else is doing, not trying to be like everybody else, just being yourself, you know, looking at what other people really can't see. Like, you know, how do you explain that? Like you might see, like I see this culture that we're living in the Western world, right? Like I see a lot of people following it blindly, and I'm trying to open people's eyes so that they can see the things that I see about, you know, how it's kind of like backwards, how it doesn't really like lead to happiness, just leads to you know, generating more of the same thing, like doing the same thing over and over. So really like the greatest leaders have the most vision. And why is that? Because you look at leaders, and what makes a leader is that, you know, people follow them. Like if no one's following somebody, they're not really a leader. And why do people follow people? It's because they have a vision that they can show other people, that they can express to other people, that other people can learn from, that other people realize, like, you know, that it opens other people's eyes to something greater in life. And I mean, anything you're trying to do, you know, the more people that you really like recruit on your path, the easier it's going to be, you know, the more secure you're going to be. It just all works like that. So, on the other end of the spectrum, doubt really diminishes creativity, which is going to diminish vision. So, really doubting anything, really like having like negative thoughts, is going to, you know, not only like take away the vision, but prevent you from like having vision. Because if you doubt yourself, if you don't think it's possible, then that vision is not even really going to come to you. Or even if you see it for a second, you know, you're just going to like dismiss it. So what really contributes to doubt a lot, I feel like, is you know, environmental factors. Not like, you know, the environment like nature so much. That kind of can be. I mean, in a you know, roundabout way. Like if you're in a natural environment, say where it's like if you lived in the North Pole, you know, and you didn't like the cold, like how's that gonna work out? But what I'm really saying is like more like the people, more like the structure around you, like the city you live in. Like if you live in a city that you don't like, if you're around people that doubt you, if you're at a job that, you know, you don't like, and you've got maybe like superiors or bosses or even people underneath you that constantly doubt you, that don't like what you're doing, like that's gonna make it hard for the vision to come, make it even harder to stick to the vision. And if you try to share your vision with people like that, you know, they're just gonna like fight it down, really. And like my last video, you know, just because you know, people don't tell you that they doubt you, if they doubt you, you know, subconsciously or even behind your back, like that's gonna affect you in a way. So yeah, become aware of what causes you to doubt your ability. Like it's just awareness, right? Like you just gotta like catch yourself if you start doubting that you're able to do what you want to do in life. Become aware of that, catch yourself, maybe write it down, so that next time you start following in that same path, you can catch yourself right away and stop it, squash it before it even like builds up and becomes more negative. So like one thing I do right now, one thing that helps a lot is like saying like daily affirmation. There's some good ones that I do about like money, because really some of the things I'm trying to do right now, like I just need more money for. I need money to put myself in the place I want to be, so I can increase, so I can you know, build the structure, build the environment. Like you know, a lot of stuff I can do just with my own mind, but also like I need that money too. So yeah, just something you want to repeat in your mind. And like, you know, this doesn't have to be about money, but a good time to do this is really when you start to experience that doubt, when you start to feel that doubt. go ahead and say these affirmations. So like an example, a recent one that I had discovered is based around money, and what it is I'm saying like my income is increasing over time and I'm finding increasing sources of passive income. And I would just repeat that over, like my income is increasing over time and I'm finding increasing sources of passive income. The more I do that, it becomes like, a reality. And even at first, if you're saying something and you just like don't really believe it, you know, it's like a lie. If you tell yourself it enough, you're gonna believe it. So you just got to keep on doing it until you believe it, and that's so powerful. Just like if you have a lot of doubt around you, people keep doubting you enough, you're gonna believe it. So create a business plan, even if you don't have a traditional business, right? And a business plan is basically like a vision to create a culture and value for other people. You can find a lot of sample business plans online. Study these different business plans and create your own. A lot of people today in business, they really don't create business plans anymore, especially people who are looking for investors, which, that's another video I would have. Like, I think that, if you're doing a business like in today's economy with today's resources that we have with the internet and everything, you don't even need to worry about like looking for investors. I think that like, if investors find you, that's cool. But at the end of the day, like investors are kind of like something that can take a lot of power away from you. Like I've seen a lot of cases where business gets going, starts to do well, a larger business comes and buys them out. Yeah, a business will acquire another business and then they can go change it up. So yeah, you just want to stick to your vision. You don't want to have anybody that can like see what your vision is and see your creativity and try to exploit you for that. So yeah, be careful of that. That's another topic though. So basically, you want to create a vision of your best self in addition to what you want to achieve or acquire. So this is almost like two different visions, right? Like the one vision you create is like you being at your best self. And when you're at your best self, you're able to really like provide more value to people. You feel better, you feel good every day. You're doing what you want to do, you're living how you want to live. And this is really, really, in my opinion, more important than like getting things, material possessions, because what this is going to do is put you in a spot where you can really like provide more value. You can really get like it comes before, it comes before the stuff. Like having all that stuff, it doesn't make you happy. It's not going to put you at your best self. But when you're at your best self, the stuff is going to come. Like a lot of people really, I think, don't see that. That's like really one of these things in the culture that we're living in today where, I feel like even myself at one time I thought like, once I get all these things, then I'm going to feel good. Then I'm going to like be at my best. But no, it's the other way around. Like once you're at your best and, you don't really need stuff to do that. Like you might need money to like, live in a decent area, to like take like breaks, take nice vacations, to eat good food, all that stuff. So that's where like the money can come in and whatever. But, there's always a way. Like you just gotta like, basically put that vision out there, create that vision, and then, believe it, don't doubt it. And then the things that you're gonna need to get to where you want to be are gonna start showing up. So yeah, you gotta improve yourself to improve your life, not the other way around. So really like becoming more passionate about something will give you a clearer vision, right? It's very difficult to become passionate about something that you don't enjoy. So if you're trying to just do something for the money, I see that all the time. Like people take certain careers just because like how much money they're gonna make, or even worse, there's something they want to do and they don't do it because they think it's not gonna make them much money. But that's that's like backwards thinking to me. That's like something I'm trying to change out here. See change. So yeah, go with the flow. Don't try to force things to work. This brings a lot of stress and anxiety. If you're on the right path, you're gonna see that flow. You're gonna you're gonna know to go with it. You're not gonna need that stress. Like that stress is just kind of a sign that you're on the wrong path, that you're not going in the right direction. So like just be real aware of that. Don't keep like, once you see stress, don't think like most people do that, oh, I just gotta keep working harder and gotta get that second job so I can do this and all. Like no, that just means you're going in the wrong path. Like your vision's off. Like you gotta get that vision back. You gotta like stop that stress. A lot of people out here having a lot of health problems and everything, but they really overlook that stress plays a huge role in all of that. So yeah, developing a vision will give you the energy to keep working towards your goal. When most people would quit, right? Like write down the vision when you get it. That way it can be more clear. And vision can really come at the most unlikely of times. You can't force the vision, right? Like it'll just come to you. Sometimes I know myself, like I could be experiencing like some kind of negativity, some kind of obstacle, and it might seem like, things aren't really working out, but then I'll just get a clearer vision about what, like, the direction that I should be going in, the path that I need to do. Kind of what I was saying, if you're seeing stress, like, just take a step back, really. I'll get stressed out about something, go out in nature, get some exercise, get some fresh air, kind of forget about the stress. Next thing I know, without even trying, just the vision just comes to me. And then I just got to make sure that I remember it, write it down. Like, don't overlook it. Don't let it pass by. Like, that's important. So, like, yeah, like what I'm saying is a clear mind creates the best vision without effort. Taking breaks, enjoying nature, the meditation, clearing your mind, the exercise, natural food, clean water, all that kind of things. Getting harder and harder to find out here. So much of this food out here is just like chemicals and preservatives. Trying to keep everything clean and natural so you can be on the right path to where you want to be. So, next point I'm trying to make is that having a vision will make it a lot easier to keep working towards your goals when you face obstacles. So what I mean by obstacles is like anything that really slows you down, anything that really seems to be like in your way, whatever. But yeah, so like most people, I feel like, look at obstacles as a bad thing. I used to really do that, right? Like I used to face some kind of obstacle and I would let it, really stress me out, let it really get to me, and I'm getting a lot better. I mean, even though, nobody's perfect at times, I still get stressed myself, but really what I've came to discover in life is that obstacles are usually a sign that you're on the right path. So obstacles are something like that's going to prepare you for something bigger, for future obstacles. And this kind of sounds counterintuitive, right? Because if it's like slowing you down and stopping you, how is it helping you, right? Well, here's the way I see it. So you got a vision that you want to be a better, version, a bigger place, all that kind of stuff. And to do that, you're gonna have bigger obstacles. You're gonna have, like they say, more money, more problems. Well, in a way, that's a good thing. Like, don't look at it as bad, because if you can't deal with the obstacles that you're facing where you're at currently, there's no way you're gonna be able to face the bigger obstacles when you get to them. So like, look at obstacles like, it's like preparing you for something bigger and better. And like I'm seeing obstacles now, and at first my mind will be like, oh man, like this is a bad thing, but then I catch myself and I'm like, wait, this is just preparing me. Like, if I can't deal with this, I'm going to deal with the stuff in the future. So yeah, obstacles are really, really counterintuitive, but look at them as like a learning experience that's going to make you a lot stronger. They're going to bring you a lot closer to your goals. This is something that I know. So goals and dreams, vision, might not always be what it seems, but at the end of the day, that's what I gotta say. So go ahead and smash up the likes. Hope I provided some value. Go ahead and comment on anything you want me to expand on, any questions, whatever. feel like got to do another live stream soon. Anytime, go ahead and subscribe so you can catch me on the live stream with any questions and I can answer them at the moment. Maybe join the Discord group if you're looking to collaborate with people. Still not a lot of people on it yet. We got to build a community. Community is very important. People with the same goals want to see the same thing. All working together is very powerful. Putting the mind power together to do good. So yeah, that's going to be about it for the day. Hope you like what I had to say. Until next time, I'm out.